Hello, this is Pastor Larry. I'm here today to talk to you about survival rifles. I've recently come across the Ruger American Ranch Rifle. I have it right here, and I have it set up with a Vortex red dot, the crossfire, and I have it zeroed at 50 yards, and the target behind me I shot out at 200 yards. It's a 7.62 by 3.9. I was shooting Russian military surplus ammo through it. It's a bolt action rifle. It's got a 16-inch barrel from the tip to the breech. Its overall length is about 32 inches. Again, it has a safety here on the back, right there underneath the bolt. It has a two-stage trigger. I put the sling on it. It's got a synthetic stock. The red dot is a 2 MOA, and the target I shot behind me is I shot it at 200 yards, and I shot it standing. While standing, I had no bench rest, but I zeroed it in at 50, and then I wanted to see how it would do just in the standing position. So I'm very pleased. It comes with a 5-round magazine for hunting, but you can also purchase the Ruger Mini 30 round magazine, or 20 round magazine, Mini 30 caliber, and it gives you 20 rounds total, which is a lot better for self-defense. And the rifle is small enough to go in a backpack. It's a lot small enough and light enough, I think, to be used in a self-defense situation, especially in your home if you had to, or even on your homestead. So it's a great alternative to a semi-automatic rifle, and we know that this current administration is trying to figure out how they can ban the semi-automatic rifle, but hopefully they won't succeed without any battles or any fights. I'll contact your congressman, let them know that you're not going to tolerate infringements upon your Second Amendment. But this is what I call my ultimate survival rifle. And the reason I've chosen the bolt action is if you're in a survival situation, there's a whole lot less to go wrong. A lot less moving parts, easier to maintain for cleaning. I don't have to clean it as often. And it doesn't have, the only drawback, it doesn't have any open sights. I reckon you could put something on it, maybe buy something to go on the tip, get a flip up on the back. That's the only drawback that I see about it, is that it doesn't have any open sights. So if the red dot goes down, you're really stuck with a point of aim shooting rifle. Again, that wouldn't render the firearm useless. It just means you wouldn't be able to take longer shots. Definitely 50 yards or less without some kind of optic on it. But with open sights, you could probably shoot out again to 200, 300 yards. But let me show you the difference between the 223 and the 7.62 by 3.9. And the reason I chose that caliber is in a survival situation. If you're out hunting in the brush, you're going to have more success, I think, taking deer-sized game with a 7.62 by 3.9, because it's a 30 caliber bullet, where the 223 5.56 is a 22 caliber bullet. And even though it's a faster bullet and it's a lighter bullet, and it even has a better trajectory at longer distances than the 7.62 by 3.9, it also will have less stopping power, as far as if you're in a brush situation in a thick woods area, if you hit a twig or something like that, it'll be deflected fairly easily. And of course, you're going to have good shot placement with the 223. If you don't, and you just wound the animal, either it's going to get away, or you're going to spend a lot of time tracking it, a lot of energy tracking it. Where the 7.62 by 3.9 30 caliber, if you got to have good shot placement. the chances of it just, being wounded or getting away are less. And you don't want to expend your ammo any more than you have to. One shot, one kill. And I think the 7.62x39 is going to give you a better chance of survivability in a survival situation. Now, in a zombie apocalypse, I might want the 2.23, 5.56, lighter bullet, more ammunition, greater distance, faster speeds. But in a survival situation, I want the heavier bullet. All right, so let me show you the shot groups that I made at 200 yards using both of these bullets. So we'll do that. Okay, we got 2 shot groups here. Now I'm going to go show you the 7.62x39 first. I started out over here. I shot when I was trying to zero it in at 200 yards. First I zeroed it in at 50 yards, and then for some reason my shot placement was over here, so I had to do some adjustment, and then I started shooting over here and all the way up to here. I made my point of aim up here in the top, because I was shooting low over here, and then I readjusted, did some more shooting and readjusted, and this was all from the standing position. So I have a shot placement here, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I forget how many shots I made all total, but got one flyer way down here. But that's at 200 yards, standing position with a red dot. And then this shot, I got another shot right here, so 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only took 5 shots with the 2, 2, 3, and that was with a 6-power red dot on a 18-inch AR platform, 18-inch barrel AR platform on a bench rest. I had the barrel resting on a box on the bench. So that shows you the difference. But like I said, in a survival situation, I think I would be eating venison if this was deer. And of course, I'd be eating venison if it was that one shot group as well. But again, the AR platform has a lot more moving parts and has to be maintained more often. But it's a good platform as well. I own them both. But if I only had one survival rifle to take into the wilderness with me, I would take the 7.62x39. Number one, because it's a heavier bullet, 30 caliber versus 223 or 5.56, which is a 22 caliber. And if you're dependent on one shot, one kill, I think the 7.62x39 is going to get the job done a little easier than the 223 or the 5.56. But to each his own. I mean, I'm not telling you what to get. Everybody has to be happy with their purchase. But that's what it is for me. So I'm Pastor Larry. I want to thank you for joining me today, and appreciate your time. And remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared. And I hope you'll come back and see me. Have a great day. God bless.